Perfectionism. I've heard a lot of authors talk about, well, I'm a perfectionist, so it takes me longer to do whatever. Who is judging perfect? Yes, you have to be satisfied with your content, and some people will slave over it. But if you slave too long, is it that you're not satisfied with content or the content, or is it that you're afraid? You're afraid of what people will say if you don't mess with it one more time. At what point do you hit the law of diminishing returns, where every minute or hour you invest going over it doesn't fix anything, doesn't change anything for the better, and might even change it for the worse? Because some people will slave over a book for an extended period of time. Michael Anderle says, just hit the button, push the button, hit publish, and move on. The big thing about being an author is that there's a billion readers of English in the world. So out of those billion readers, not everybody's going to like your stuff, whether you slave over a sentence for 2 minutes or 2 years. Not everybody's going to like your stuff. You're not going to be able to appeal to everyone. So you have to understand, what is your target audience? A lot of people say the target audience is me. I've got to be satisfied with my own words. At what point are you satisfied enough with your story that you can put it out there? And if you just want to write, that's fine. But 20 books at $50K is a retirement plan, which means you need to make money off your words. So at some point in time, you have to put them out there if you want to realize a financial value for those words. So do yourself a favor and get an opinion besides your own. Readers in your genre, those are the opinions that matter, because those are the people who vote with their money of whether this is good enough, whether this is perfect, whether this is great. Great is what you're looking for. Good enough will work. Good enough will earn you good money. Great earns you a little bit better money. Perfect. There's no such thing as perfect. As much as people want to vilify 50 Shades of Grey in regards to the prose and the way it was set up, and who cares? 125 million copies sold. That sounds perfect to me. No, I would never write that. No, I'm not going to dive into erotica or steamy and write. No, that's not me. I'm going to write what I want to write, and I'm going to write it to my satisfaction, which is good enough. When I go back through book I just released, that's the 104th, 105th book that I've written, or more. Just released. I always go back through a book. I download it from Kindle as soon as it's published, and I go through it. I skim it in the background whenever I take a break from something else, and I find sentences. Oh man, I could have written this better. I could have written this more clearly. You start getting the feedback, and some people don't understand some of the paragraphs, so that's on me to write it better. Okay. I can change it now, and then future readers will get an improved version. But how long do you have to diddle with a 100,000 word book? And you're fixing stuff that may not have any effect at all on the story. And this is where you are a horrible judge of what's perfect. You have to be satisfied with the final product. And I tell you what, so many readers are satisfied with the final product in my Space Lawyer series that I hit good enough. And yes, I like it. I have a really good critical group that reviews it and says, this is a subplot that's hanging. This is another. That's great. They help make it perfect for the readers. I'll tell the initial story, but I'm not the one who makes it perfect for the readers. They do. So to my satisfaction, yes, every word perfect. That will paralyze your writing career, especially if you want a career, which means you need to make enough money to support you and your family. So these are different things. People are writing for, I want to write that one perfect book. Great. Keep at it. Do whatever you need to do. But if you want to realize a career, you need to write more than one book. So if you're just writing that perfect book where every word is perfect and flows, temper your expectations appropriately regarding revenue, because as you're messing with that book, you're not publishing it, you get no money from that. So published books make money. Unpublished books generally don't, except when you have on pre-order, and that's you're promising to publish it. So look at the reader behaviors. What readers are you writing for? Probably people just like you. Find people just like you who like that kind of stuff and write for them, and then get their opinion. They're the ones who determine whether it's perfect or not. And nothing is ever perfect. So you have to settle with good enough. Temper your expectations for this is good enough, and the readers are happy, they're buying it, they're telling their friends about it, and then move on to the next book. And if you want to write it better, write it better. Or also, you could just write it good enough to the point of you invested the right amount of time telling that story, you reviewed it, you went through it, you fixed stuff, and fix stuff for the better. Don't fix stuff and keep fixing stuff until it's worse. So don't do that. Do it the right way. Do it for your readers. All right, everybody. Have a great day.